Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pack Nasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
So I was online the other day,
All right.
and I saw this post, and I'm sure you've heard this question before, but like, what weighs more, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're the same
Same weight.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people I love going to the comments on the internet, and somebody's like, "Oh, it's an easy question, pound of feathers." And then I think somebody else commented was like, "Well, explain your answer." He's like, "Well, yes, granted, it's a pound of bricks and a pound of feathers, but you have the weight of the world of what you did to those birds to get that pound of feathers." And it's so stupid that I laughed for like 3 days at it. Like, I just would randomly think, because if you think about it, you're like, Jesus, like that is like, I mean, that's a shit ton of feathers, but that's how we're gonna start episode 3.
Oh shit! Here we are, BDC Studios, motherfucker.
Back in it, man. Oh, it's so great to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, shit. It's awesome, dude. Like I said, it's great that we can get together and do this. It's so much fun.
So how you been, Pack Nasty?
I've been good, man. Just fucking working and just getting everything together. Got some shit that we're trying to get done. So, what about yourself?
I'll be good.
Yeah.
Living the dream like usual, man.
Yeah.
Going out a little bit. I went to see Deadpool the other night.
Oh yeah. Dude, I saw it opening weekend that Saturday.
Fantastic.
It's beautiful. I'm not a big critic of movies and stuff, but I fucking love it. I mean, definitely has to be rated R. Like, I'm glad they kept that because I don't. Excuse me. I don't read a lot of comics and stuff, but
Me neither.
I have a buddy at work who tells me like all about it, and the parts in the movie where he's. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it, you might want to skip. There'll probably be some spoiler alert.
Right.
But like in the comics, like he actually talks to the reader and stuff.
Okay.
And so, which is cool that they brought that out, to the movie and shit like that. But it was great. Ryan Reynolds, I love Ryan Reynolds anyway, and almost everything he does.
Yeah.
And I love the little pokes at like X-Men that they do, throughout. Yeah, it's great.
Dude, I thought it was great. I didn't read the comics. I don't read a lot of comics. I do like a lot of the movies from Marvel's did. I didn't know much about Deadpool. I saw a trailer for it a few months ago, seeing another movie, and then everybody I talked to said it was fucking great.
Yeah.
It's not your typical superhero movie. It's like an anti-superhero,
Right, yeah.
Great, dude. I laughed my ass off. Good movie. Go see that shit.
It's absolutely great. I think I read something that it's going to probably be the biggest rated R movie.
Somebody else told me that too.
Yeah, of all time or something. I don't remember what currently is the place. I want to say they did like a top 3 list. It was, that's right. Because After Raid is going to go. These are the top 3 movies.
Okay.
There's going to be Deadpool,
All right.
Passion of the Christ, and then and then Matrix 2.
Oh, I might have saw it.
like the top 3 rated movies. I don't remember if that was like worldwide or if that was just like if it was just domestic or what it was. But yeah, that was the list.
Yeah.
What a weird fucking 3 movies.
The last 2 I hadn't seen. Deadpool. I thought you were gonna say some Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, no. But you gotta understand. I mean, when Pulp Fiction came out in the 90s, I mean, like ticket prices have probably doubled since then. Movies aren't. I mean, movies were way big back then, but I think the amount of people going to the movies are probably more. I feel like I don't know. Maybe not. But
movie theaters are better. It's more expensive, but so much. Fuck everybody's working 2-3 jobs now.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Obama. No, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be a good statistic to look up. Are people seeing the movies more or less now with everything else I got going on social media? I know I got a couple buddies that download movies.
Right.
We watched The Revenant before it even was in the theater.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, that shit's going on too. Same thing with music.
Well, I remember when I was in high school, my uncle, he used to allegedly pirated movies,
right.
And we would like watch it. We'd sit down, popcorn. It'd be the ones where you see people stand up. So like as soon as they did, everybody who would be at his place watching would be like, "Oh, sit down in front, asshole!" So we saw a lot of those movies because they were okay copies, but I like that, like actually going to the movies.
Right.
Yeah, I mean because of like Netflix and shit like that, and I was like way late to the Netflix game. Like because I don't game, so I don't have like a console or anything.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to wait till we got a smart TV. Well, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before. JPEG's parents bought us a smart TV for Christmas. And so, like, I've only had Netflix for just over a year.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just catching up on all the series. So, like, my movies, which I've used to love. I mean, I still love going to the movies, but it's in the decline because I'm like, it's $8 a month. It's a lot less money, you know? And so just trying to catch up on all of those. So I haven't seen as many, like, I still haven't fucking seen Straight Outta Compton yet. I'm so pissed.
Just watch that again. Me and one of my work buddies, Morehead, we saw that in the theater when it first came out, and then I just watched it again on a Blu-ray. Solid, dude.
Yeah.
Solid. Yeah, dude, talk about Netflix. On the last podcast I talked about, it was right after the Super Bowl, talked about, boom, I'm canceling fucking cable. Cable's done. I don't have cable in my house.
How's it feel?
Feels great, man.
Yeah.
Feels great.
Yeah.
Fucking Netflix is where it's at, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're doing great. I mean, the series that they have is fucking outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the way that the comedy, like, I think a lot of stand-up comedians are going to the way of Netflix because Netflix lets them do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know how much I love comedy, and I've said it on here. Like, it's my favorite thing in this entire world. Right. But, like, Bill Burr's F is for Family. I've only seen, like, the first couple episodes, which is fucking hilarious. But they let him do whatever he wanted. Yeah. Like, they have, like, it's just, like, hands off. They're letting the creators, do what they want. And that's why they're getting the best shit out there. It's great. And so I started to bring up earlier, but, like, your tweet when you were talking about
shit. Okay. So, my tweet was something like, I love Netflix, zero commercials. I love YouTube. I've been fucking on YouTube 10 years now. I love it.
YouTube money.
YouTube, 5 seconds commercials. Every now and then, 15 seconds commercials. I got Hulu also.
Yeah.
Fucking, I tried to watch that episode of SNL on there. It's just as many fucking commercials as regular TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need that shit in my life. So I said, I'm done. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
Canceled it. They said, well, stay for 2 weeks for free and then reconsider. So, okay. So I got it for free and then 2 weeks and I'm not going to pay for that shit. Netflix has original content. It's great. Like the regular, I'll tell people, regular TV, it's too old fashioned. Nobody's fucking waiting till 5 o'clock at night to watch the news. You got Twitter. You got the internet.
Yeah.
Fuck the news. Plus, they're on the news anyway.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
Like
anytime I hear anything, I go straight to Twitter. Yeah. It's like people who bash on Twitter. Like, I get it. I mean, it's another social media.
Well,
you don't like
it's
it.
like Facebook.
Right, but
it's not.
Twitter is my all-time favorite social media. I absolutely, I would get rid of almost everything else before I get rid of Twitter. And so I go there and there's just like, I look up something like when big shit's happening, like say like the Super Bowl or something. And I know we're going to talk about the Kimbo fight, but I got something. But like one of my favorite things is going to Twitter and just searching those hashtags and see what people say because it's funny as shit.
I do the same.
So like when we get to it, remind me. I got to tell you one of the comments that I fucking cried. I got to laughing so hard. But
yes. Okay. So anyway, so then nobody's staying up till 5.
Yeah.
And then for them to say, "Hey, good evening. This is Channel 3 News." Like, this is like bullshit. You're a fucking robot. I already learned this shit from Twitter.
Right.
And it's way more accurate than what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
On top of that, then you got these shows that aren't that good. And then you got to watch 30 minutes with all these fucking commercials. Wait another week to watch it again. That's too old fashioned. Everybody's getting information like this.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, there is something about watching, like waiting. Like I currently watch The Walking Dead, and I like to stream everything and just like get all the season done. Yeah. But there also is something about like, because there are a lot of people I work with watch it, so go to work, talk about it and shit like that. So I don't completely agree with like getting away from that part because there is some aspect to having to wait. But the thing is Walking Dead's on cable TV. So they can get away with saying shit. They can get away with saying, God damn it, flipping people off where you get anything on ABC, CBS, NBC, you can't. I mean, they might say bitch, bastard, stuff like that, but you can't get away. They're not going to show somebody's head exploding. Yeah.
Right, real quick. I watched Walking Dead 2, and I watch it because I got friends that watch it.
Yeah.
I don't like it, man. I only like a few characters.
I can tell by your
It's the same shit. I got a couple questions for you because you're a fan. And
I love the show.
I like some of the... Okay, so number one, why... I'm not going to talk about the last episode. I don't want to do any spoilers.
So you're still watching this stuff. You just don't like it. I just thought maybe you gave it up.
No. I'm still balls deep in watching it. I watch it like hoping people die.
That's awesome.
I like Rochelle. I like Glenn. I Judith. There's a few people on there like Glenn's
Judith?
wife.
The baby.
Oh.
Judith is the baby. I like the baby because she's barely.
I give a shit about that baby. I'd have ate that baby right away. The older lady with the short hair.
Carol?
Carol.
Yeah.
So number one question I have for you is, why is nobody having sex on the show?
I don't know. I mean, it's
like even the teenagers are in the woods. They're reading a book.
Like, dude, that's what I said to J-Pags, and I was just like, I mean, I don't know if you grew up like I did, but
you'd been like, let me at least see the titties. Let me get my finger wet. Something. They're just reading books, and then like nobody's having sex. Yeah. They got all this free time. They got stress. So it's just high.
Yeah.
Nobody's having sex. The other question I had was, fuck. Hold on. What was it? Okay. How did the fucking kid get shot? Or spoiler alert. How did the kid? I don't know his name. The one with the black hat.
Yeah.
Carl. How did Carl not die after getting shot in the face with a pistol?
Well, they said because I watched The Talking Dead, which is on after. It's Chris Hardwick. He has like people from the show and just like random celebrities, and they talk about it, and it's really great because one, Chris Hardwick is fucking hilarious. So I watch it because it's funny, and he'll just throw jokes out and shit like that. But I don't remember who they had on. It was the guy who directed it. But what they're saying is, I guess when he got shot, it like hit on like the outside of his eye or something. Like I know you're not. I don't really remember.
I'm not feeling that shit.
But it's something, and then something like that was fucking ricocheted, or not like the actual bullet, but like a crack. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was something. It wasn't like a dead on shot.
And then how did fucking Glenn not die? I'm glad he didn't die.
Right.
I guess I don't know shit.
Yeah.
But everybody knows he died last season, but then he comes back because he was underneath another guy getting eaten.
Right. That was
like that. Shit like that makes my dick soft. And shit like that makes it like I don't want to watch the show.
Really?
They're just dragging it out. It's always the same shit.
Right. I don't read the comics, but because people tell me about the comics, so I know like some stuff that happens, but it's so different. I don't know. I love it, but I take it for what it's worth. It's just a show. You know,
and I'm sorry, I'm coming out.
Yeah, like I didn't write it. I just watch it.
I'm like yelling at you. I apologize.
That's all right. Hey, man. You know. Get worked up. It happens. You know, I'm sure I'll get worked up about something else that I like. So, but
so taking it back. I like not having cable. I really like Netflix. Like you said, the originals they have, the comics. I mean, it's awesome. No commercials.
Right.
And I love it. Hulu, there was commercials every.
And it's still like cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's Netflix for HD? It's like what, $8, $8, $9?
I think it's $9, and then you get to watch it on 2 different devices.
Yeah, I mean, they can still probably go up to $20. Most people are probably still going to pay it.
Yeah,
like I would think. You know, I mean, it's great. I mean, I love it.
And I agree with you. Like I know binge watching is good. You know. Yeah. But I also I agree with you where the anticipation of the show, because then you go to work, you're like, motherfucker. Did you watch, Walking Dead last night?
Right. It's just kind of crazy because the person that I work with is the one that got kicked out of Six Flags who worked there and quit. Yeah. So she doesn't have cable, so she has to wait the next day. So Walking Dead comes on Sundays. Since we have cable currently, I watch it. There's 2 people that I'll talk to, but we have to keep it quiet because she doesn't watch it until Monday nights. Because then she just I think her and her husband just buy it off Xbox or whatever. Okay. So and then I get to talk about it again, which is cool. Yeah. But I just think it's it's funny. I mean, the way shit's going, it's gonna go that way. I'm surprised cable's still around. I mean, it's great because I like when they do the Olympics. I love the Olympics. I've said that before. It's one of my favorite things. Was on CBS every year. I think they do a good job of covering the Olympics and shit like that. So it's nice there. And they do have some shows. I mean, it's not like I boycott ABC and I watch a shit ton of TV. Yeah. Like Survivor just recently started. I love Survivor. It's my all-time favorite shows. That's on CBS. There's still shit that they come out with that I love. Yeah. DVR, you can fast forward through the commercials, but I mean, there is something where it's just when something hits and you're watching Netflix, it just boom, black screen, and just boom, comes right back. You're just like, yes! It's like a personal win, I feel like.
You're winning, man. Time is short, man. Time is money.
Yeah.
Got time to be sitting around having these motherfuckers trying to sell me different laundry detergents.
Well, I was listening, I don't remember who he had on, but it was on Joe Rogan's podcast that he was talking. He's like, why don't they get conversations about this a lot. He's like, why don't they just do one fucking commercial? At the very beginning, say this whole episode of The Walking Dead is represented by, and I think the example he gave was like 4 trucks.
And I have seen it. They have done that in certain shows.
Yeah.
Season finales for certain shows.
Yeah, and he's like, and just fucking stream the whole thing.
Right.
He's like, if everybody knows you're going to be using the 4 trucks in there, it's like nobody's going to give a shit. He's like, it's that posing and shit. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, it shit's changing like crazy with the way technology is. I mean, the last 50 years is fucking insane.
Yeah, sure.
But,
Sure, man.
yeah, absolutely. It's good. Good. Well, I'm glad you got rid of cable. So
I don't watch a lot of the shit. When football season comes around, I'll figure something out. Yeah, same thing with the Olympics.
Yeah.
Just
2 weeks.
Other than that, I haven't been watching Always Sunny, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that. We have watched the last 2 of those.
Yeah. Before we get to that, I know, like, we here at the BDC studios, in the background on the TV, we always say what we're watching. Like, well, first episode was twerking videos, got a little weird after. Episode 2, what were we watching? It was like fail video, or no, the gangster videos.
Yeah.
The compilation gangster videos. This week, but episode 3 here, we're watching streaming of Kesha videos. So just so you guys know, it's in the background. We don't ever really look at it, but
we got the volume down, but fuck, it's on there.
Yeah, pretty interesting. So it's Always Sunny. Let's do it.
So we got 2 episodes to talk about Always Sunny? The court drama, the court battle of the century or whatever.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking so great, and I love how Charlie is like the most normal one in that goddamn episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it's so funny. I lost it and fucking Rewound It was rolling when his uncle went like this and his hand flew like mid-air. I fucking just bawled. Like started crying. Nobody look. It's like and it's just like the most random shit. And I don't remember what else he's talking about. He's like, 1. He's counting up, trying to hold my fingers.
Yes. Yeah, Charlie was great. Charlie, and then I love just like almost every show come up with a plan or there's something that everybody has to know in the job.
Yeah.
You know, this week or that week, Dennis was the whole time trying to get out of paying alimony. Because the Ponderosa, she was a cat now. Yeah, dude.
Fucking laser.
Yeah. And then I like how Frank brought all the drugs.
Hey, did you notice he had him on the stand? They didn't address it, but he just held them like while he was on the stand.
He kept giving bumps to Pondy. Yeah, dude, that was great.
And then Deep comes in and accuses the guy of being a Jew. So good.
That was great. Dude. This season's good, man.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful. Oh, it's so good. And then he, the bird expert, he thought he could talk bird. It's good. And then when I got here this morning, you were watching Wednesday's episode.
Watching Wednesday's
the St. Patty's Day episode.
The St. Patty's Day episode, which I thought was the second best episode of the season.
Yeah,
it was so fucking funny. Everybody in it was great. It all played off each other. Was great.
Charlie's getting back to his normal Charlie self. If you notice, he wasn't like being like the straight edge one, how he has been most of the season. I feel like, but. Yeah,
he was torturing it. Spoiler alert, but he was torturing a fucking leprechaun.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of the whole thing, I mean, it's just so hard to pick parts, but I think the part that I laughed at the most was when fucking, at the end of the episode, when Matt came down, and he's in that fucking tiny, like, JPEG's beater. He's in glitter in his hair, and he's like, I'm not answering questions. And it's just like the look. And then I love how they keep the thing that he's like secretly gay.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, well, everybody knows, but he's still trying to keep it a secret.
Like, why were you looking for talent? No questions. I'm not answering any questions. So,
when did that start? Like, of him being. I don't remember.
You know what? I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it started when he started messing around with the training. So I think he was messing around with the tranny, and they're like, Max is a little gay.
Okay.
And then after that, it kind of went on to him liking dudes, muscular physiques, and then shit like that. I think, but or it might have,
It's just been going on for so long. I feel like
I don't know when
I can't remember.
That was great. I loved it. The Patty the paddy wagon.
Oh, yeah.
And Sweet Pea was so fucking funny. Dude.
Three different characters.
Costumes. She was so happy, like the fighting Irish.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that was my favorite one.
Yeah, me too.
That she did, but the way they executed it was the last one. She was dressed up and she just came in from out of the frame, and she's all like bruised up, like talking Irish.
Yeah, and then she's all sad. Oh my god, that was great. And then how they kept robbing her. Dennis would pull the gun out.
Yeah, that was probably my second favorite part. Is when because I know he'd like. I love when Frank pulls out. He's like, I brought my piece, and he takes it. And I didn't even see Dennis. Like, I didn't even think that he was gonna pull out the gun.
No,
but when he did,
oh yeah,
dude, I was fucking lost.
Did you see Dennis going down there?
Yeah,
and he's like, I just can't get the computer. No, we're not gonna take money. And he's kind of getting wound up. And then after a while, he's like, you know what? Can't get out. Door's locked. Pulls out the heater. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, dude.
Which I'm glad because you were only 2 minutes into it when I got there. So I watched it again with you, which is great. I mean, I watched like a lot of TV, and I know I should save the episodes and just rewatch it. Yeah. But I don't. And I think what will happen is I'll probably just rewatch the whole season once it hits Netflix because that's kind of what I did for season 10.
Okay.
But the thing is, like in season 10, I know we brought it up before, but the Health Inspector one I've probably seen like a million times. Yeah. But yeah, dude, this episode was fucking great. It's good. It's so fucking great. And drinking the pain, he's like, stick your tongue out. Like, went back and just.
The leprechaun bit was awesome. Because at first, what is the leprechaun? Well, sir. And then after a while, they're like, you know what? We're just going to have to maybe rough him up a little bit. They're water torturing him.
And then I just wish we had a hose.
Yeah. And then when they come back, and they got the music playing. Charlie's doing the bit from Reservoir Dogs. He's about to cut his ear off.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was great. Yeah. He's just singing the joke. Oh, my God. I was fucking cracking up, dude. That was great.
So good. So solid. Everybody was solid. This was good.
2 episodes left. It's almost positive it's The Gang Goes to Hell part 1, and then The Gang Goes to Hell part 2, and then the season's done.
Damn, dude.
Which, I was talking to Spencer at work. He's the one who had watched The Suburbs. Like, he's probably, no joke, seen it no less than 10 times already.
Okay.
Like, any 20 minutes before work, he'll just put it on and watch it. And he's a huge Sunny fan. But it's just so good. We were talking, and I was just like, they only do 10 episodes a season, which I'm 100% okay with that if they keep pumping out the quality that they have now. Like, because I mean, a lot of seasons they'll have 23 episodes of different shows and stuff. But if they keep doing this type of quality, I'm 100% okay with only doing 10 episodes.
Oh, for sure, man.
Like, I'd rather have that than more episodes and just not as fun, you know. So, but the fact that almost every episode is just gold.
Yeah,
it's just absolutely. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We said it once, we'll say it a million times more, but the fact that show just keeps fucking getting better and better. I mean, I don't even remember the last show that just kept getting better and better. And they're in the 11th season. I mean, it's not like season 3 or 4. Right. Usually a good, that happens and then it just falls off. But these guys, they don't.
Keep dropping. Love it.
Yeah. It's insane. I just can't. And like I said, those 3 guys were friends before. Yeah. So, also on a side note, it's kind of Deal Sunny, but Charlie Day, the guy who plays Charlie on It's Always Sunny, I know you've seen it, but if anybody out there who hasn't, look up his, he did a commencement speech for the college that he graduated
with. I can't remember what college that was, but
I don't know. It's not like a popular college or a well-known college or anything like that. But his commencement speech is fucking fantastic. So it's like 30 minutes or something like that.
I listened to it a few years ago. But yeah. Check that out.
Yeah, it's real good.
All right, Always Sunny. We'll move on. I know you watched the Kimbo Slice fight on Bellator. I know I watched it. We watched it. And all right, tell me, what'd you think?
Okay, so let me preface because I texted you and asked if you'd been watching. Yeah. Because I know you watch a lot of fights. Mm-hmm. And even on Twitter, I tweeted that 2 times because he was watching it. He was talking about it. I have no ground to stand on when it comes to anything UFC or anything MMA. I don't know a lot about it. I know the fights, but in Long, he for a while would have the pay-per-views at his house. We'd all go there, turn up, throw some money, and we'd watch fights. Yeah. So, I know the fighters. I don't know styles. I couldn't tell you if that was a great fight, boring, just that type of thing. I'm not into it a lot. And so I was going through, I just finished the show. I didn't even know Bellator was on. And I think I saw 2 times tweet about it. And I was like, oh, well, let's just see who's fighting, see if I know anybody. Read the info. Oh, Kimbo's. I'll probably watch Kimbo.
Because you know who Kimbo's like.
Yeah, I know who Kimbo is.
Okay.
And then Shamrock was fighting.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
and so, but for me, like, I was a huge, up until like 5-6 years ago, I was a huge like WWF, WWE fan.
Okay.
And so I was like, Ken Shamrock. And I knew he was in the UFC before then.
Right.
And I just know who he is. And I was like, he's old as fuck. He's like 50-something.
Yeah.
I'm like, this could be his last fight, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I was like, I would love to watch it. I've never watched him, live, but I had gone back and watched some fights and stuff like that. So, like, I know him. I'm like, I'll watch it. I turned it to it right before the Kimbo fight started. Jesus Christ. Worst fucking fight I've ever seen in my entire life.
Agreed.
Absolutely horrible. They were gassed out in the first minute. I'm not in shape by any means. I probably couldn't have done a better job. I've never seen a worse MMA fight ever. Like, when they were fucking, just fell to the ground. They just held each other and like fall to the ground.
They couldn't even hardly stand up.
There was just swinging, closing their eyes, just swinging fists. There's no form.
No.
Like, I could not. That's what I texted you after the first round. I could not fucking believe it.
So I think most people, they know who Kimbo Slice is.
Yeah.
He started out on YouTube. He's a YouTube star. His backyard fighting. They would pay down in Miami, and then I think he started traveling to do it. They would fight in backyards in Miami for money. They still end up doing that. Mm-hmm. They're still down there fighting for money. Dada 5000 was on that show. I don't know if you saw the show.
No, I never watched the show, but in the info guide, they said it was Kimbo's ex-bodyguard.
I don't know if that. I think he might have been ex-bodyguards. They're both from what is it, Coral Gables in Miami. And Dada 5000 ran a fight, like a backyard fighting business for a long time. Okay. And then they had a falling out, and they didn't like each other.
Yeah.
So it's a rivalry. Dada 5000 had a documentary that's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
By the director's from Miami too. His last name's Corbin.
Okay.
And he also did the Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah.
Great documentary. I wish I could remember off the top of my head what the documentary is called. Something Dogs. But it's a great documentary about fighting. So Kimbo went from that, and then he got big. He went to the Ultimate Fighter show.
Yeah. He didn't do well in there, did he?
I think he did okay.
Did he?
I want to say he might have lost to Big Country Roy Nelson. I think that guy won it.
I've only watched one season of that. I can barely.
I know Brandon Schaub. Yeah, I can't remember who won that season, but Kimbo, he's getting older too. Mm-hmm. But if you've seen him fight on YouTube or anywhere, he's a fucking beast. He throws bricks.
Yeah.
He knocks motherfuckers out. Dada 5000 is a big boy too, weighing at 265 pounds. Before the fight, we knew about it a couple weeks before at work. Yeah. We watched the fights at work. My buddy Andy, he trains. We got a couple guys that train, and we like watching the fights too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before the actual fight that night, they had like an hour-and-a-half special on Kimbo Slice. They were talking about him. Okay. They're talking to his trainers. And the trainers are like, I've never seen anybody like Kimbo Slice. His work ethic, his training, he's the man. And I'm like, fuck, if he trains that hard, he's gonna come out. This is gonna be a fucking fight.
It'd be quick. That's what a lot of people were saying, right? It's supposed to, like, they figured it'd be quick. One way or the other, it wasn't gonna get out of the first round.
And we weren't sure what was gonna happen. Kimbo Slice was favored early. Mm-hmm. A bunch of people started betting in Vegas, and they were betting Dada. So we didn't know what the fuck happened. So it was a pick 'em fight.
Oh, okay.
He picked the winner. There was no odds were just pick 'em. So that was kind of weird. But after seeing that, the documentary leading up to it, we're like, fuck, this motherfucker's ready. He trains as hard as they say he does. Yeah. Nah, man. After the first they're fucking falling over the place. Mike McCarthy would stand him up. That's it. Yeah. And they couldn't even hardly get up on their own.
No.
I'm like, this is embarrassing. We've never watched a fight like that. It laughed. Like, the whole time we're laughing.
Oh, yeah. I was, like, I don't think J-Pax is like once, I think, had been, went to Long's house with us. And she knows less than what I do, which is nothing. And she's like, what is this? Like, she even questioned it. I was like, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. But one part in the late second or early third round, Dada pretty much just pushes Kimbo Slice over, like taps him and he falls over. And it was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was horrible. Like, he'd get up and just lean up against the cage. They just like holding on, just like swinging. It was fucking horrible. But so, hence why Twitter is one of the best things ever, because like I have to see what people are saying.
Yeah.
So I went on Twitter and they was like Bellator was
149 or something like that.
Bullshit. So I just start reading through 90%. Of the tweets were just like, this is horrible. Yeah, so like funny. Bellator needs to go in a hole and hide after this. Like, it's the worst thing. All this stuff. two things stood out to me.
Okay.
Absolutely hilarious. The first one was, because you know how they just went to the ground and just kind of laid there?
Yeah.
Somebody goes, next time they go to the ground, will they please get into the 69th position? It would be more exciting than this, which I thought was great. But the second one that got me was, so at the end of the fight, Kimbo ended up winning because he ended up knocking out Dada.
Kind of.
So, well, yeah. So what happened was, I don't know if you like really watched it or seen, but Kimbo came up, hit him the uppercut, and I think that's when he got him kind of, you know, his eyes just kind of glazed over. Well, Dada just went forward, and as Kimbo was like trying to back up, but they were so tired, so pretty much Kimbo was keeping him up.
Yeah.
And then after he kind of got out of the way, then Dada just like kind of veered off, and then he fell.
Yeah.
And then that's when they called the fight.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but as Dada was like kind of veering off, Kimbo like tried to take another punch. Well, he completely missed, which is understandable, you know.
Yeah.
But somebody took a clip of that Vine of right when they split, and then Kimbo swinging and missed, and then him falling down, and all it said was Dada was knocked out by the Holy Spirit. To see it, since I just watched it, and then to see that. Oh, it was beautiful. It was like perfect. Because you can clearly tell that he missed, and then he just goes down. Well, it was the fucking funniest thing that I saw that night.
Reading the Twitter hashtags, Bellator 49 or whatever it was way more entertaining than watching the fight itself.
Right.
The fight itself was fucking terrible.
Well, even the Ken Shamrock fight was fucking, I mean,
lame, I don't know. Yeah, there was a couple fights on before that that were actually pretty decent. But yeah, Bellator, what the fuck is going on with these guys? Dada 5000 actually went to the hospital. Like, he was exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. I guess his heart stopped. They brought him back. Then he was in the ICU. Like, he had high levels of potassium. He cut too much weight.
Yeah.
Almost fucking died, man.
I didn't know that. And I'm not saying, like I said, what they did wasn't not good. I mean, it was a shitty fight. Yeah. But it still takes a lot. I mean, they still train. For sure. I'd still get my ass kicked by them. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that fight more compared to everything else, I was just so sloppy.
Yeah, you're expecting more than that. It's almost like these guys. The whole time we're saying, like, didn't these dudes do like an 8-week training camp? It's like they just showed, like, they agreed, hey, just don't train. I'm not going to train. Let's just show up and fucking wing it. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like, nobody.
Just like New Florida.
They did not look like they trained. They were in shape. They were exhausted. They were embarrassing. Yeah. So some better fights are coming out. March 5th, UFC's got a pay-per-view event. But it was Conor McGregor and it was going to be Conor McGregor and Dos Anjos.
Yeah.
Dos Anjos broke his foot.
Yeah, I saw that. Week before. Is it next week or is it this week, the pay-per-view?
Next week, March 5th.
Okay.
March 5th. So now Nate Diaz is going to fight Dos Anjos. I'm sorry, McGregor. McGregor is going to fight Diaz. And
a lot of people have been wanting that fight.
Yeah. I was hoping it was going to be Cowboy Cerrone, but I know he just fought too. I don't know. Do you have a pick for that fight?
I mean, I don't really know much about him. I think a lot of people want to fight him because they're both so cocky.
Okay.
I don't know the styles. If it was, it'd just be a flip of the coin at this point. I mean, I know McGregor works his ass off, and you know, anybody in the UFC works their ass off. Yeah. So, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know he's way up in his weight class, which usually, but when they cut weight, though, I mean, he probably walks around every day because they're fighting at 170.
I believe so.
So. And then they cut down to like what 145 for lightweight or something like that. I don't know the poundage.
Yeah,
but
I think he's at 145.
Yeah, but I mean that's what they cut down to weigh in. But then it's not like he walks around every day at 145. So I don't know. I honestly just hope a good fight. I mean I have a state bowling that weekend, so I'll be with all my buddies. So I'm hoping that maybe we can just find a bar somewhere to watch it. Yeah. I think it'd be a good time, but. Yeah, I don't know. What about you? I mean, I know you're a lot more into it than I am.
I don't know. I'm not sold 100% on Conor. Experts say he's great. To me, I haven't really seen anything. I say it because the Dennis Siver fight, that dude's kind of older and washed up. Yeah. The Chad Mendes fight, it was another fight where Chad Mendes got the call on 2 weeks' notice. And experts say he was winning the fight until he got knocked out. The Jose Aldo fight, I think it was a fluke. I'm not saying it was a lucky punch. Right. You know what the fuck he's doing. He threw the hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
He knocked him the fuck out, but you really didn't get to see him fight or struggle. So I don't know how good he is. Nate Diaz, you've seen him in a lot of fights. He fought a lot of good people. Beat a lot of good people. I think his last loss might have been to Dos Anjos, which I think most people in that weight class pretty average. Dos Anjos is the champ.
Yeah.
I wanted to see a fully trained Dos Anjos and a fully, ready, trained Conor McGregor and actually see a fight.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we'll see what happens. 5 days notice, Nate Diaz is good. 5 days notice for anybody's going to be tough. So hopefully it'll be a good fight. I that's all let's see.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I always want to see good fights because then it's because that's a co-main event because then you have Miesha Tate and Holly Holm fight right for the belt.
That'll be right before that.
Yeah. Who do you think will win that? 'Cause this is what Miesha Tate's third or fourth time at the belt because didn't Ronda beat her like 3 times?
I think Ronda beat her twice. Yeah.
Twice, so this will be her third. She's a good fighter. I mean, for sure.
Miesha Tate, I think, is the most well-rounded fighter in the UFC Women's 135 division. Yeah, she's the best well-rounded. I think she's going to win it.
Okay.
I say that, and people are like, "Are you fucking crazy?" Like Holly Holm, and I'm like, "I don't know. I've seen Holly Holm fight a couple times. She fought Pennington and went to a decision.
Okay.
Pennington's obviously not even in the top 10, so don't act like she did one great. She fought the fight of her life. Can she do that again? Hopefully, but maybe not. Miesha Tate has been in the top 10.
Yeah.
I want to say she used to be a champion in another organization, but yeah, she's well rounded and she could definitely win. If Holly Holm fights like she fought Ronda Rousey, I don't know. Well, I mean, you're gonna see what happens. Again, hopefully it's a good fight, but if the money's right, because last we looked, the odds were heavily in Holly Holm's favor.
Oh, really?
We're gonna throw money on Miesha Tate for sure, especially if you can win something.
Yeah, you always got. I know, like when it comes to like the Vegas odds and shit, after weigh-ins, it always fluctuates.
Right.
Because that's what a lot of people said about the Ronda Holmes fight. Like after that, like because Ronda was favored so much, and then it went down after that, after the weigh-in. Because they just said Ronda just didn't look right.
But they were still, I think it was like 1,200.
Oh, no, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she was still way heavily favored.
Which was crazy.
Definitely.
Dude, we talked about it. All day that day. Won money on Holly Holm. And then we decided not to. If we would have bet $100 on Holly Holm, we would have won $1,200.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we should have fucking did it. In hindsight.
Well, yeah. That's 2020.
Yeah, this time, but yeah, I'm looking for a good fight. I might throw some money on that, just to make it even more exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to see what happens when we get one of our next guests on here at another time. We can talk more about the fights.
Yeah.
Too.
All right, what's next up?
Oh, all right. So last podcast after the Super Bowl, I went kind of hard on Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, I started hearing about Beyonce's video, and then people are saying Beyonce is too black now, and that people are offended by this video. So I
don't mean to interrupt, but I didn't know anything about this until you like kind of told me about it today that you wanted to talk about. And I was like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
So there's a video in it she's black, which is not surprising. Right? So and in it she I watched it and I didn't see anything wrong with it. But in the video it has police and riot gear, which we've also police and riot gear.
Right.
Fucking do now. But and then they have it's written on a wall, and it says, "Please stop shooting us." So people got offended by that, and I'm not really sure why. And I don't want to get into that because that's politics. We don't talk about politics.
Right.
But it offended some people. It offended some police unions, and I'm like, fuck, I like it. I like that.
Right.
Beyonce is making a statement because of what's going on with some communities and the police, and I don't think there's a problem with it. So I want to give a shout out to Beyonce for that.
Right.
I know I said and I listened to the music. The video wasn't even. I think it was Formation. The video was called Formation.
Okay.
Formation.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. The song is pretty good. The video, it's pretty crazy, but it was good. And I like that shit. You're stirring up the pot. Usually, you're doing your boring dance and shit with crazy hair. And I told you that's the kind of shit that makes me song. I like this. She's coming out aggressive now. And, it's not even that aggressive. She's just saying, "Hey, please stop shooting us." And I don't see what the fuss is about. Yeah, keep that shit going. I like the controversy. But other than that, man, I kind of wanted to. Well, we do have questions that we can get into, or we can put that off. What are you thinking, buddy?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this the story that I wanted to talk to you about, and then we can get because I think we'll probably be quite a while on the questions.
Yeah, it might take a while. We got a lot of questions.
And so I was at work, and some people were talking. I don't know how they got on the subject, but all I heard was they were talking about a black squirrel. Reminded me of a story And that's when I texted you, have I ever told you about my black squirrel story?
And I said no.
And you said no. Okay. So when I lived with, I don't remember who was all in the house at the time, but it was a house on 67th when I lived with Rob and Harris. And then we had another girl that lived with us for a little bit. And then my younger brother moved in. I don't remember at what point this story took place, but it was in that house.
Okay.
The three of us had always been in that house up until we moved out. Obviously, because that's how it works. But so we had a black squirrel in the tree in our front yard.
Okay.
Well, we'd always. This is where the racist part comes in. I don't know if you've ever heard, but another name for a black squirrel is also called a squigger.
No, I've never heard that. Never heard that.
So racist. So yeah, which is absolutely awful, but it's funny because it's funny. Yeah. So he would be in our tree. Well, our roommate Rob, he would go out, and it was so funny because he would make this fucking weird ass, dumbass noise with his mouth.
The squirrel?
No, Rob. And he would hold his hand out, and the squirrel would come halfway down the tree and just look at him. I mean, it would be like like that fucking stupid of a sound. And I'm like, you're bullshit. And he fucking came out and showed Harris and I, and it fucking actually did. So, which is cool, and I feel so stupid for doing it, but it's kind of cool. Yeah. So, I don't know how long after this we had some after hours at our house, and we had like a fire pit to keep a small fire. And we all, Rob and I worked at Applebee's at the time, and so he was a cook, and he had some other cooks and stuff come over, and they had a friend that came over. Well, this guy, talking to him, I found out that he's half black, half Mexican.
Okay.
Never met him before.
It's a black skin?
Yeah, whatever it's called. Cool ass dude. We got to talking because I think I was getting, I don't think I was getting my tattoo done. So I think I was out of the house by the time I started that. But anyway, we got to talking about tattoos, and he was like showing me this picture because he's like, he wants to do like 90% of his upper torso in tattoos. So he had like a bunch of them done, and he was just showing me stuff. Well, I have a buddy from back home. He's younger than me. He grew up across the street. And he's a white dude, love him to death. I don't know if you've met him, but he's cool as fuck, but he loves like gangster rap and shit. He'll always come in, just coming like, yo, what up, nigga? Just saying stupid shit, which is fun. He obviously doesn't mean anything by it or whatever. Yeah. So he comes over and he's partying with us that night. And so he ggets here, and I just grabbed him in the kitchen, because that's usually how he would come into the house. He's going to be like, what up, nigga? And so I was just like, hey, he's like, we got a guy, I don't know him. I'm sure, it's not his place, but still, just kind of like, he's like, oh yeah, dude, don't worry about it. It's like, thanks for giving me a heads up or whatever. So we go out there, and my buddy, he's just fucking like hammered at this point. So if I remember right, it's me, or it goes my buddy, me, and then I'm sitting next to the black Mexican guy. And so we're talking, and then I hear Rob start talking about the story about the black squirrel. Okay. So he's like, we got this black squirrel in our front yard. And I know my buddy's going to say squigger. Okay. I just know, I can feel it. And so I try to just like, hey, like cut it off before, because I don't know how this guy's going to react. Yeah. And he's just like, so we have this black squirrel. And at this point, my buddy's like passing out at the fire. And I shit you not, as soon as he hears black squirrel, he just goes, oh, squigger? And I'm just like, and I just tense up. And then I look over, and that guy's just sitting there. He goes, squigger? That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Like, threw his hands up and started laughing, which normally, like I said, is not a big deal. But I don't know this guy. I don't know if he, would take offense to that. Because, you easily could. Yeah. But, so every time I hear that, it's so fucking funny.
Dude, I've never heard that term squigger before.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, yeah. It was trying to explain that term to your grandma. Yeah, I had to.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, my God.
I don't get it.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. They were up for something. We were driving and we saw it run across the thing. And so somebody in the car was like, oh, hey, there's a squigger. And my grandma's like, squigger, what's that? I'm like, oh, my God. How am I going to explain this to my grandma? So I just told her.
How'd you explain it? How did you explain it?
No. You can Google it. You fucks. But yeah, so anyway, that reminded me of it. I couldn't remember if I told you that. I figured you'd probably get a kick out of it.
Yeah, so. No, that's good. That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like that shit. I like learning new terms, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Goldilocks Zone, a couple of podcasts back, now Squigger.
Yeah, I'll never say it out in public, but for sure. Excuse me, Jesus. You had the pigeon story?
I do have a pigeon story. It's not the greatest. It's one of those you had to be there. But I'll tell a short version of the pigeon story because it's pretty embarrassing. And it's related because they're almost like rodents.
It's a rat with wings.
Squirrel, pigeon. It's almost the same shit.
Yeah, identical.
So years ago, when I was active duty Army, I was living in the barracks, Fort Riley, and I was dating this medic chick in another barracks. She was in the forward support battalion. So all your medics, cooks, all the pogues are in those kind of barracks. I was in the infantry barracks. So in her barracks, she had a neighbor move in. It was co-ed, unlike our barracks, we're just all males. So in her barracks, somebody moved in right next door to her. Her and her roommate had a room together. Somebody moved right next door. Short time later, this guy ended up shooting people outside of a club in Junction City, Kansas. I want to say he killed like two. This isn't part of the funny part. Where's this story going? It's way too dark.
Dressed up as a pigeon. Oh, there it is.
So he and I want to say somebody from K-State, volleyball player, some shit got killed, and somebody else got killed, and I think somebody else got shot. One of our mechanics was at the bar or club that night.
Oh, shit.
Had a brand new car. He said shots got fired. A shot went in his windshield, into the dashboard, and he was describing how he was driving away. Yeah. Head down in first gear. Going like 35 miles an hour, jumping over curbs and shit.
Fuck yeah, dude, that's scary as shit.
It's scary as shit. So then a couple days later, we find out the guy that did that shooting is in jail, but he was the guy that moved next door to my girlfriend's parents. Wow. So then I'm like, fuck, small world, you know? Yeah. And don't know why he did it, whatever. So a couple days later, I get a call from my girlfriend. She's like, hey, we're me and my roommate, I'm trying not to use names, you know. Yeah. Me and my roommate are watching so-and-so's room. And I said, okay. She's like, no, we are watching and inventorying this guy's room. It's like, okay. She's like, get the fuck over here. I said, oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So I go over there and I'm rifling through this guy's shit.
Yeah. Of course.
This guy, if you're listening, fuck you. Like, if you kill people, I'm taking your shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I find some jeans, I think some boots, CDs, movies, we're going through shit. And at one part, I'm alone in the room, and the window's open, it's nice out, there's pigeon shit everywhere, because pigeons have been coming into the room. The room was abandoned.
They knew too. They're fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy. We're shitting everywhere. So at one part, I'm in the room, I'm by myself, and I'm under the bed, I'm looking through shoe boxes. So I'm wedged under the bed, like trying to push my way back to the wall, and I move this box, and as soon as I do, I'm face to face with a pigeon.
Oh my god!
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, who would?
So I freeze, and the pigeon freezes, and we're just both.
Because he wasn't expecting it either.
We're both looking at each other like, "What the fuck are you doing out here?" So then, this seems like it's going on for like 10 seconds. It's probably a second or two. Yeah. But he starts freaking. Like, you freeze. He starts freaking out. I start freaking out. So I'm like pushing myself from under the bed. Oh. I'm just scared, just shocking. So I jump up and I start running into the hallway. And right then I'm running into my girlfriend. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, just trying to play it off. Because like, probably everything just comes like, fuck, it's only a pigeon.
Yeah. So I'm trying to play it cool now. She's like, weird, you know. And I tell them later.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a pigeon story.
That's right. Because I know you told me I had a pigeon story, and I think I heard it once. It was like probably my first year, so that was like 9 years ago. This is fucking great. You see your big ass underneath the bed, just trying to like.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Hey, I want to get to the question. So last podcast, if you didn't listen to episode 2, me and Pag Nasty said we would like to hear some of your guys' questions for us. And so what we did was we asked you guys on our social media pages to send us a question. It could be about anything. And I was telling people it could be a question about the podcast, it could be a question about each other. It could be a question. You could get a question out of a textbook.
Yeah, just a random question.
It should be interesting with the kind of friends we have and people that follow us. Some of you motherfuckers are sick as fuck. So we have not looked at these questions. We got them in a Nasty and Friends podcast hat.
Hell yeah.
We haven't looked at them. We're gonna pull them out. We're gonna try to get through some of them. There's a lot in here. We'll read the question. We'll try to answer it.
Yeah, we just had somebody print them off, cut them up, and put them in for us. So yeah, we have no idea.
We don't know what the fuck.
No idea.
So this is questions and answers with Q&A with Pack Nasty and Spicy Brown.
Yeah, it's gonna be good shit. Well, go ahead, man.
All right, I'll read the first one. Okay. This question is from Carrie. And it says, what Always Sunny character are you most like?
Oh, that's a fuck. Do straight fire. First question. We're done after this. That's a great question. It's a great question. I don't know, man. Like, Charlie's so fucking weird. I don't think I'm that weird, but like where his brain goes sometimes, I can relate. I mean, if I had to pick, like, nobody wants to say Mac. Neither one of us are like closetedly gay that I know of. So, I don't know. Like, it's hard because they're so fucking extreme on on either one. But if I absolutely had to pick, I would probably have to say Dennis. I really think. I don't think I'd like freak out that much, but like where his mind is before like that, you know, like I would say that. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like that type of thing.
I'm with you. I was thinking Dennis too. And all the characters on the show are fucked up. So you have to pick one. You're not going to pick a character that's not fucked up because there are none. I was going to say Dennis also because he does like making plans. He does shit that I do.
Right.
Of course, he's crazy over the top.
Yeah, and I would agree. If I had to pick for you, I would say Dennis for sure.
I'd probably do the same for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Carrie, great question.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, like D, I'd probably second would probably be D. I mean, even though she's like female, but still. Yeah. Like, I mean, the way.
Guys, one of my guys.
Why did your license plate say scamming? Sorry, I didn't mean to say that while you went to take a sip. That's a great question.
Yeah, Gary. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to get through some of these today. Some on a later podcast. But if you're listening to this right now, you got a good question, email it. We're going to keep this going probably every podcast.
Yeah, assuming we get some in. All right. Well, let's take a look here. Either that or what is it, cricket?
Golf cricket.
All right, what's this one say? So, this is from Daddy Fat Sack. It says, if you were riding a horse and a guy named Jack helped you off that horse, then Jack got on the horse, would you help Jack off a horse?
Oh, Daddy Fat Sack, you're fucked up on me. So let me go ahead and read that. What do you think about it?
I can't read.
I'm going to read it again also just for... Okay, if you were riding a horse and a guy named Jack helped you off that horse, then Jack got on a horse, would you help Jack off a horse?
I mean, yeah, of course you would. Why wouldn't you? I mean, that's just common courtesy. Yeah. You would absolutely have to help Jack off the horse.
You would jack off the horse.
Yeah.
Sure. You'd jack off
the horse and you'd help the guy get down. Absolutely.
Interesting question.
I mean, I think that's a must, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Others help you. You're helping others. It's a cycle.
What you have to do, for sure.
All right. Good question, Daddy Fat Sacks. Next question. Where would you go if you had a time machine? This one's from Jamie. Where would you go if you had a time machine?
That's good.
For me, it's pretty easy. Because me being a minority, I would not like to go too far back in time. Like I would stay. I would probably. I'm not going to go anywhere before like 1950. You know what I mean? So for me,
I think you might want to play it safe and say 1990.
I'd probably, if I had a time machine, I don't know, man. That's a deep question because I love my life and where it's at. Yeah, and I can say I go back 5 years, whatever, and then try to reach a couple things better. I don't know.
I hear you. But you also got, like, if you're going to play, like, a time machine, you have, like, there's always other questions that come into that. So, theoretically, like, if you travel into the past, can you change the past? Or are you only there to observe? You know what I mean? Like, if you can interact and shit like that and change stuff, obviously, I mean, a lot of people would say, I'd go back and invest in Apple.
I think for sure.
You shit like that. Or if you just, like, observe to watch. Okay. I mean, I think either one of those questions is a good question. But
I can't speak for Jamie, but I would assume she means you're going back in time to relive. Like
right. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. So,
I'm just gonna go back. I'll go back to 02. I'm going back to 02. Right after my active duty time, coming back home. I'll go back to 02.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I definitely would love to go into both. You can get like super sentimental. Obviously, I would go back, spend more time with my dad. Shit like that. Definitely. Like instead of going to that party, make sure I spent time with him. As you are as a teenager, shit like that. I would definitely do that more than anything else.
Yeah.
Besides doing that, I don't know. I would love to go into the future, man. Because I mentioned it earlier, there's so much with technology that's changed in 50 years. Yeah. Like, just think another 100, assuming we don't fucking kill each other off, nuke each other, shit like that. Everything goes well. Just 100 years in the future to see where everything, you know what I mean? Like, that would be super fucking cool to see what we're not going to be able to see. Yeah, I think it would be really interesting.
I'm with you. I'd much rather go in the future than go into the past.
Go in the future, fuck shit up, come back, I don't got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So, but I think that, and since I'm white, I can go back further than you. It
sounds like you're bragging, man. What the fuck?
I'm a white male. How bad can I have it?
Right.
Yeah, true. White male in his 20s, even late 20s. But no, I mean, it's just I don't know. Like, I love when it comes to technology. Like, I love it. I love smartphones and shit. But I also think that they ruin certain aspects too. Like, I would love to go back just the time when people got around on horses. Yeah. Just to see, live off the land, just to kind of see how that was. I mean, if I can get back there and hate it,
if it was a more simpler time.
Yeah, exactly. Just to see how people interacted with each other, and I think I really would like it. I love hunting, so to hunt for buffalo or I love deer hunting, but to go back there and do it at that time and just live off, just with a group of people, very small, maybe 10 people. Yeah. Just to see. I think if I had to go in the past, I'd probably want to go there.
Okay.
I mean, at 50s, 60s, 70s, it'd be kind of cool just to stop in, just to see how the times were. Like, go to a club in the 50s, go to a club in the 60s.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see the dress and how people acted and shit like that would be fun. But I mean, I think that would be awesome.
Like I said, I wouldn't go, but I would love to hear about it.
Yeah, I could record it.
Make for a great fucking podcast.
Yeah, it's great because I actually saw this little cartoon drawing the other day, and it was like a time machine. I had it plugged in. They're like, "Hey, let's go," and they go back all the way to see the dinosaurs. And they're like, "Oh, I'm tired of this. Let's go back." And they go back, and since it was plugged into the wall, the time machine's just sitting there unplugged. It just says "fuck." That thought was pretty funny. But that's a great question. Yeah. How far would you just try to go as far into the future? If say you could only go to the future, can't go in the past. How far into the future would you want to go?
Oh, I mean, I'm a risk taker, but I would say just 50 years.
Just 50 years?
Between 50 and 100 years.
Yeah.
300 years from now, everything might be different.
Sit down with our future selves doing our 1000th podcast.
Oh, I know. Man, yeah, that's crazy to think about, dude.
Yeah, I think that's the right amount of time. I think the perfect amount
50,
of time.
50 years or something?
Yeah, as far as that goes. So, this is from Elaine.
Okay.
So, does Spicy sing with that sexy ass voice?
That's an easy answer, Elaine. No, I'm not a singer. Thanks for the compliments to my voice. Thank you. But no, I don't sing. I don't think I'm a good singer. So I don't sing. If I'm alone, sometimes I might sing a little bit, But no, I do not sing. No karaoke. That's funny. Unless I'm smashed.
I've never done karaoke. I don't like karaoke, but
I'm lit.
I'm
lit. Pat backwards, lit.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's funny. I'm surprised my mom didn't send in that question. I'm surprised you haven't even brought it up yet. She's like, "Oh, you're
Mom
doing so."
Nasty, thanks for the love.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing so good and Spicy. That sexy ass voice. God damn it, Mom. No, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, good question, Elaine. Keep them coming. Thank you. Keep the compliments coming too.
Yeah, right. Feeds the old ego. We love it.
Okay. All right, this one's from Rob, and it's a question we've heard before. I don't know if you've heard this before. We talk about this at drill. It comes up every day. It's almost like the would you rather. So here's the question is written: the 100 dicks or one dick question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that question.
So you want to explain it?
Yeah. So get to the base. The point is to get one of your straight buddies to admit that he would suck a dick. It's the whole basis of the question.
Okay.
But the actual question is, would you rather suck one dick and everybody knows, or suck 100 dicks but nobody knows?
I'm surprised we got 4 or 5 questions in before the first dick suck.
Yeah, I really am. I really am.
Which is good.
Yeah. I figured 90% of them would be that.
How many dicks? Yeah,
but that's the question. I mean, it really is, because no matter what, everybody answers, you're like, oh yeah, you so. It's fucking stupid humor, but it is a funny question. So again, that is the question. Suck one, everybody knows, or suck 100, nobody knows. Okay. I already have my answer.
I got my answer too.
So do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Mm-hmm. If I'm faced with this, and I have to do one or the other. There's no other way out. You can't shoot your way out. Mm-hmm. I'm sucking one dick, and I'll let people know about it.
Right.
Because I'm not sucking 100 dicks, man. That's not
I get
something I'm comfortable with. That's not my comfort zone. I'm not saying that one dick is in my comfort zone.
Right.
But it's better than...
all right. Yeah. Okay, so for me, gun to my head, or $10, whatever. I've never sucked a dick, so I don't know if I don't like it, I guess.
That's true.
But no, I'm with you. All joking aside, for sure, I could care less what other people know. It's only one. I have to deal with it. But if I was into that, I really liked it, 100, I would assume.
Go ahead and just do that.
Right. Yeah, I would think, right? Yeah. I mean, that just makes sense.
Yeah, that's a lot of dicks. That's a lot of dicks, man. A lot of dicks. That's too many dicks, dog.
Goddamn, Rob.
Too many dicks. Who's up, man? Oh, you're up.
No, I'm up. Yeah, the dick question.
Thanks a lot, Rob. You son of a bitch.
Oh, this is from Rosa. What is your favorite genre of novelty porn?
Ooh, favorite genre of novelty porn? I'm not sure what novelty porn is.
I mean, is
that like a category?
I guess.
Okay.
What was that? No, you already thinking about it?
No, not really, not yet. But here's where I'm at. Rosa, nobody talks about porn. We need to talk about porn way more on the podcast. It's weird that porn is so taboo, you can't talk about it.
Right.
Everybody fucking watches porn.
Yeah.
They don't use porn stars in movies. When you get the magazines, I don't usually read magazines. If we're on a flight or something, especially with the Army, I'll buy a magazine or whatever. Right. But even in there, they're the hottest people in the world.
Yeah.
None of them are ever porn stars. Some of these porn stars are hot as fuck now. It's not like the 80s.
Right.
Some of these chicks are model hot, actor hot, and they're fucking doing porn. Everybody watches porn. Nobody talks about watching porn unless it's we're in the Army unit, then we're always talking about porn. But outside of
clicks all that testosterone and shit going on. Oh, yeah.
We're killing people and we're talking about porn. So, no, but I'm glad. Rosa, great question so far. My favorite genre, I would have, right now, I like MILFs, dude.
Yeah.
I like MILF porn. You got the younger chicks, 20s, college. I'm not saying I don't like that.
Right.
Give me a MILF, dude.
Yeah, but where you're at, in your life. I mean, I agree. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like a DILF right now. So if I'm a DILF, it would make sense that way.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I guess lately I just been really big into the weird the non-traditional colored hair. So you see a chick that's purple or super green hair. Yeah. I love that. I like a lot of tattoos. I like that too. I would say that's probably my favorite, just because I enjoy a lot of tattoos. I would love to get a shit ton more, but I don't know, it's just something about it. It's just fucking freaky.
Oh, I follow the Suicide Girls.
Oh yeah, me too.
On the gram. Yeah. They need to start doing porn. But there's porn chicks that look like Suicide Girls, tattoos. Right. I like that shit too.
Yeah.
Rosa, hit us up. Give us more questions like this. Rosa, let us know what your favorite genre of novelty porn is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too, please.
I got a great story. I have a buddy that every once in a while we would just randomly send each other a link in email, link to a porn, and it wouldn't say anything, but turn or fast forward to 309.
Okay.
And just it would be just some of the weirdest shit, and we would never talk about it in person, rarely, but it would just be a random link. And so I got one day, and it was listed out, and he's just he just said, turn to minute 2, I hate you. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't get it. So I bring it up. go to it. And if I remember right, this chick was getting ready to get taken from behind, and when she turns around, she has 2 Batman tattoos on the back of her legs. And so I just fucking busted up laughing. And so I had to talk to him about it. I was like, dude. He's like, yeah. He's like, I was just getting ready to, pleasure myself. I was trying to think of the word or something funnier, but I just like to see his face. And he's like, and I saw that. He goes, all I could fucking think about was you. I was like, I'm so pissed off. Which I thought was pretty funny.
That's kind of shit that make your dicks off. Yeah. Thinking about your good buddy. Fuck.
I don't know how you operate, but sometimes it's just what I need.
Yeah,
send me over that end.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Oh, podcasting.
I like this so far. This is good. Great question so far, man. I'm impressed.
Yeah, really good. Good. The first day we only got like 1 or 2, but people are stepping up. There's a lot better questions than what I thought, honestly. I know you fucks out there listening, and I figured we'd get a lot weirder shit, I guess. You want to do another one?
I don't know who's up. I think you're up.
I just read the porn one. Okay. I just handed it to you, so you can read it.
All right, this one's a 3-parter. This one's from Cole, good supporter of the podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for your questions, Cole. All right, we're gonna get through. Let's do one at a time.
Okay.
All right. First one. What superpower would you like to have and why?
I think it answers this question a lot. I think just flying. I think it would be like super fast because one, you just save so much money on like traveling. Yeah. You just want to go.
That's true.
Fly, and I just think the Earth. I think it's super beautiful. And you can get a view of the Grand Canyon that nobody else would ever have. Okay. Going down in between. I just think that would just be like the most sufficient.
That's fucking good.
Go places where you want. Go fucking Egypt, just sit on top of the fucking pyramids or hover above it. Just look. I think that I would enjoy that more. Just to see the Earth than I think anything else.
That's a good fucking answer, dude.
I know, coming out strong.
That's a lot of pressure on me. Trying to think somewhere out of the box. Superpowers. Like I always talk about being a vigilante and killing like some of the fucking shitheads they have out on the streets.
Right.
I don't know if killing people and not going to jail is a superpower, but I don't know. And then I also thought about maybe like a way to feed kids, but that's pretty boring. Although it's good, but
that's pretty boring. Fuck those kids.
I want to kill bad guys. Dude, no, I would probably go with flying too. I mean that's you can get places quick.
Yeah, but it has to be one of those where you can adjust the speed. It can't be just like I'm going to fly at 5 miles an hour. Like nobody wants that. No, I mean it would come in handy, I guess, but
fuck that would take a long time. Then you're dealing with cold. You want to get high. You want to be hitting your nuts on treetops. It would have to. You would have to before you got the superpower. You would have to get like stipulations in there. Like I want to be able to adjust my speed. I don't. 2 mile an hour. Fuck you. Like all right, going to LA. I'll be there in like 2 months.
And
then there's the invisibility one.
That's always good. But usually, if you tell people you want to be invisible, instantly they think you're a peeping Tom.
Well, of course.
So, why else would you want it? Yeah. But they're smart for thinking it. I'm just saying.
And then you got the invincible or live forever.
It sounds horrible.
I think flying is the way to go.
Yeah, I do. I think that as well. For sure.
Okay. All right, next question. What's the one sound that drives you crazy?
As a young kid, nothing really. I mean, I'm sure if I heard it now, it would bother me. But like when 2 styrofoam pieces rub together, I don't hate it as much as I used to.
Okay.
It's kind of, you just get that tingles, in the back of your neck when you hear that. That's the first thing that comes up. Nails on a chalkboard really doesn't bother me at all.
That bothers me.
Oh, really? I can tell you my favorite sound.
What's your favorite sound?
There's 3 of them. I love when you're breaking in pool.
Oh yeah, I like
the cue ball hits the balls. The sound of breaking glass.
Oh my god, I love breaking glass.
And then the swish with the basketball on a chain net. Has to be a chain net.
God damn, those are all good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. Which is, it's kind of cool because my brother is similar to the chain story. He took like a little chain and he has an S10 truck and it's a 5-speed. Yeah. And so he just put the the bigger chain around his shifter. So every time you shift, you just hear the chain jingle a little. It's pretty fucking sweet. I don't know where he got it, but it's kind of like the same of when you switch it with the.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. But those are, I would say, my 3 favorite. But like I said, I mean, nothing. There's some people's voices that kind of get to me. But I mean,
I'm with you there. With me, it's anytime women are talking. Women should be seen and not heard. So right off the bat, I'm like, what is she saying? Like, just stop. You know. And then on top of that, like great. Babies, I don't like babies crying either. And then I don't like the nails on the chalkboard.
Really?
About it, yeah. Messes with my nipples a little bit.
Oh,
is that weird?
No, not at all.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, my nipples are hard right now.
We're both in BDC Studios rubbing our nipples and looking at each other in the eyes.
Yeah, and it's weird because neither one of us are wearing pants.
Good questions, Cole. All right. Cole's got one more question.
Yeah.
What's the best prank you pulled off?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. I know you got some good pranks. You're a prank master. I don't know the best prank I pulled off because I do pull pranks. Mm-hmm. The latest prank that I pulled off, I thought was pretty good. I had 2 buddies that kind of stiffed me. Not in a gay way, but one owed me a full bottle of Tito's that they drank, and another one, it was something smaller than that. I think it was a Kit Kat bar that I left. What I did was, I wasn't going to bring this up, and then the question just.
Oh yeah, okay, so, you have to because I know what you're going to say.
Okay, yeah. So I said.
The funniest part is the prank that you did, because I know what it is. Yeah. I'll let you say here, is it is good. Yeah. It's kind of funny. It's not like that doesn't seem that much, but the look on their fucking faces is what gets me. Because I know the 2 guys really well and shit like that. So like that's what is the funniest part to me.
All right, I'll keep it together.
Highly doubtful, but try.
So I sent them both individually, of course. I sent them a fuck you letter. All it was a letter that says fuck you. And it had a receipt for whatever they owed me. And I sent it to them like certified mail, meaning they had to sign for it, meaning they're probably going to have to go to the post office. And so they both got the letters. And they're both like, what the fuck is this? So Rob was like, hey man, just got done driving across town to get you.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. I didn't know he actually had to go.
So he drove, which was what I wanted.
Yeah, which is what you wanted.
Even if they go to the door, postman's like, hey, sign this. So like, no. Yeah. Drove across town, probably during rush hour after work, went to the post office, opened up the fuck you letter. You're welcome, guys. You know, I mean, you don't fuck with the wrong motherfucker. So,
that's great.
All right, you're Pagnassi, you're a pranker.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Well, first of all, none of my pranks that I do are original. I just take an idea, but I put it to the extreme. Okay. So let's just put that out there. It's not like I come up with great ideas on my own, but I do see something. Like sometimes I'll combine shit. So in the house, let's go back to 67. We have Harris, we have Rob. The main 3 people that lived in this house at the time that we were there. And so we got into this prank war, and how it started is because, Harris and I were in the 245th, and we would leave for 2-3 weeks, during the summer we would come back. Well, one time I came back, Rob had put a bunch of fucking sticky notes everywhere, all over my fucking room. Didn't cover everything, but I mean, I fucking found sticky notes years later. I move, I take one down, there's one in the back of my picture and shit. I'm gonna fucking get him back. I'm gonna get his ass back. And so I had seen where somebody had put, they had tinfoiled somebody's cubicle. And this is where I got this from. I was like, I got to tinfoil Rob's room. That'd be fucking perfect. He went back home, I think, to see his mom or something. He was gone for the weekend. And the best part is we had one guy. So, we had one guy that would help us all who didn't live in the house. He would come and just he helped, prank my room. Okay. And then he came and he helped prank, Rob's room. Well, Harris jumped in to help me.
Shouts out Harris.
Help prank Rob's room. And so what I did is I had a friend who had a Sam's Club card. So she went and bought it's 200
I was going to say, that's got to be expensive.
It's 10 foil. It was $40. Okay. I mean, I per roll. We had to buy 2.
Okay.
So I think it was 400. I don't fucking remember the exact amount. It's been too long. But we tinfoiled his entire room. And when I say we tinfoiled his entire room, I mean everything but the ceiling fan. So we put tinfoil over his bed. He had a stack of Playboys. I took all the Playboys out, wrapped each one of them individual, put them back. He had a box of condoms, Somebody opened them up, wrapped each individual condom, put them back in the box, wrapped up the box. We took all of his pens out of his holder. Wrapped each one of those, and like I took pictures of his room because I put it exactly back. Like he had some clothes, tinfoiled those, put those right back where they were. Everything. Right. I don't remember if we tinfoiled his floor. We might have tinfoiled his floor, but I skipped because I was in school at the time, so I fucking skipped class, and he came home and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like, "Nothing." I'm like just staring at the TV, like I can't fucking say anything. And so there's a picture. I said, "You had been foiled by Batman."
Oh,
and then it was just like I just tinfoiled his door. He goes, "Fuck." And he opened it and turned the light on. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding?" I mean, it was insane. Like his sock drawer, we tinfoiled it. It looked like a bunch of baked potatoes. So fucking everything.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah. And so it was great. I mean, I have pictures up on my Facebook if you want to go. I mean, it's just go to my albums.
Well, any way you could throw one of those on the motherfucking gram?
Yeah. We'll put it up on the gram. So, it gets a little bit deeper too. So because of that, Harris helped me tinfoil it. Rob came. He's like, "Dude, we have to get Harris back for me." And I was like, "Absolutely. Yeah." Sure. I don't remember. I think he was at work. And so what we did is, I don't remember the exact amount, but it was over 2,000. It was like 2,046, 2,400. I don't remember, but we'll post this picture up too. But we took Dixie cups and filled them with water and lined his entire floor.
Okay, I remember this.
With all the Dixie cups. And the best part about doing these pranks is we never helped each other clean up.
Okay.
We just couldn't help it. You just it's on your own. But then we took a bunch of bowls, like cereal bowls, soup bowls, and placed them on his bed because the Dixie cups wouldn't stay level. Just filled those up with water and just set them everywhere. So he walked in, and I think he wasn't pissed when I say he was so pissed, but he's pissed. He's like, "Motherfucker, just wanted to come home from work, relax, play some PlayStation." He walked in, he's like, "You gotta be shitting me." But we had rooms right across from each other, so we were all down in my room acting like we were watching a YouTube video. And he opens up, he's like, "Fuck!" And we put him up in his window. Nice. And then a couple other ones that were pretty good. When we were gone, Rob had completely switched Harris and I's room around, to a T. Nice. Moved everything, which was really good. But I was like, I fucking didn't even wait till he got home. I started moving. I was like, the way the room was, Harris lived in the basement, but he just had a curtain. I mean, it was a common area, but it wasn't an actual room. Okay. We just turned to a bedroom. I was like, I ain't getting fucking stuck in here at all. I want the one with the door. So I was like, I got to move this shit before we decide. That was pretty good. And then my most hated food in this entire world are pickles. And Rob pickled my room, which means he printed off a bunch of pictures of pickles and fucking hung them everywhere. The worst part, fucking prick, he's like, "Hey," he's like, "since you're coming to work," he's like, "I got a bunch of the blank labels that stickers for when you want to send out mail."
Yeah.
He's like, "They're on my desk. Could you bring them to work for me?" And I was like, "Yeah." So fucking he had me bring them to me, but he had a buddy print a bunch of pickles on them, and then he stuck them everywhere. So I was a part of my own goddamn prank.
Fuck, that's
which
the worst.
I think, which sucks, which I think was probably, I still think visually the tinfoil was the best one, just because we took some pictures in there with the light off, just the flash, because of the tinfoil. Yeah. So that was, I think, visually the best. The pickle one was really good because he got me involved with it. The water was really good because it fucking sucked cleaning up.
Hey, I think
what he ended up doing, I think what he ended up doing was just putting them in the washer and just spinning the water out. I think was probably the quickest way. But yeah, I mean, in that house, it's you never wanted to leave to go back because you didn't know what you were going to get into. Yeah. So, I mean, those are probably definitely to get back to the original question is definitely the tinfoil was my favorite. Because like I said, when I saw it in the cubicle, that was great. But to take it, we used one entire roll. And I still think, I don't know if I still have the leftover roll or Rob still might have the leftover roll from that original day. But yeah, that was by far my favorite one for sure. And it's just fucking, it's beautiful. So.
Dude, that's a great prank. And I can't wait for you to, I've seen the pictures before. It's probably been a few years. Mm-hmm. We'll have to throw it up on the motherfucking gram.
Yeah.
And show everybody what you're talking about. That's an incredible prank. That's great. So thanks, Cole. Cole's one of our biggest fans. He's always retweeting our shit.
Buying merchandise. Facebook,
it's great. Thanks, Cole. Great question. Keep those coming.
Absolutely.
Pags, I'm going to go make yellow real quick. Keep talking, do another question, start another question. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right, guys. Let's see what question is here. Fuck. We have, let's do the either or. Would you rather? I'll save the questions for Spicy when he gets back. So, let's take a look here. All right. So, would you rather? I don't. It's too political. All right. So, would you rather have a college or university named after you, or have a sports stadium named after you? A sports stadium for sure. Like, I love sports. I mean, I think to get a sports stadium named after you, you have to be really good at sports, or I don't know if you can donate a lot of money. Either one, I don't have a lot of money and I'm not really good at sports. But I think stadium, I think you hear more so than not. And it's actually 41% would go with the stadium. 59 shows the college and university. It's just because they're smart bastards. So, all right, let's kick over to the next one. All right, would you rather be stung by 20 bees in random locations or have each shin kicked hard 10 times? Fuck. That's actually a pretty tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bee stings aren't really that bad. I mean, kicked in the shin, that can fucking hurt for a long time. You can crack some shit.
Too, man.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'd probably go with the 20 bee stings.
I'd go with 20 bee stings, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. Only 43%.
Those motherfuckers got allergies.
I think I'm semi-allergic to it. Like, last time I got stung was a while ago. I got stung in the arm. My arm swelled up pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Go with the shin kicks, dude. You don't want to get anaphylactic shock and die.
Well, I mean, they say random places like stung in the taint or like the peen. That bitch grow. No. Yeah, the other one, I don't know if you heard, it was like the sports stadium one. It's like, would you rather have a college university named after you or a sports stadium? I said sports stadium.
Sports stadium.
Like I said, you either have to be really good at sports or probably have a lot of money. I'm not good at sports and I don't have a lot of money.
No.
So, but I still would like sports stadium than a college.
Because I watch sports. I never went to college. I'm not a pussy.
Most people chose college. It was like 59% or something like that. But I mean, I'm like, those guys, I guess they're probably pretty smart.
That's fucking funny. Let's do one more and then wrap up the podcast. Is that
no, that's good. Yeah, we still have some other questions, but we can save it. No, yeah, I think that's great. All right, this is kind of a big one. I think there's multiple questions, so this will be a good one to end on.
Sounds good.
This is one from Joey.
So,
right. Joey. So it says, hey guys, first off, big fan. I have a few questions for you.
Shit.
So it says, if you could go back in time and tickle anyone in the balls, solid question. Solid question. Anyone just tickle them in the balls? I don't know. Part of me wants to say Michael Jackson because one, I think you'd enjoy it, and two, to hear that fucking high pitched laugh. Yeah, I think would probably be the best.
That's a solid answer, man. Solid answer. Tickle anybody in the balls. So many people I like to tickle in the balls. Go back down to one, and then going back in time to do it. Good question, Joey. Here. I think it's celebrities.
I just think that laugh would just set it apart.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's the one. I think probably most people would say, assuming he had balls.
Assuming he had balls, he probably had balls. But yeah, for sure he would like it.
So would Lance Armstrong not count because he only has one ball?
Yeah, I don't think
he specifically says balls.
Yeah, it says balls. Lance Armstrong has one ball.
Yeah. Then that would kick out Hitler because only Hitler had one testicle, right?
It says go back in time. Do they have to be dead?
I don't know. Would you tickle their balls when they're dead? That'd be weird.
No, I mean,
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
it could be somebody who's alive now. I could just go back like 5 years and tickle somebody in the balls that's still alive.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Fuck, dude, I don't know, man.
Just waiting for you to appear in the time machine and come tickle my balls. Gotcha, bitch.
I'm gonna go back in time. A few days and then tickle Joey's balls.
Yeah, there you go.
Before he wrote the question.
And he'd be like, "What the fuck? I don't understand." Dude, smart. That's a great fucking answer.
Yeah, I'm getting in his head.
All right. It also said, also, could you properly identify a genital wart? It's for a friend.
Could we properly?
Yeah. He said, also, could you properly identify a genital wart? It's for a friend.
Well, like we always tell people, like we're not doctors. but we'll take a look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send your pictures of your genital awards or your genitals to
nastyandfriends.com
at gmail.com or at gmail.com to our web address, and we will definitely we'll take a look for you.
Yeah, we'll let you know for sure.
We want to help anybody. You know? Good.
Yeah, I mean, we might post on the website, get other people's opinion, because, like you said, we're not doctors. But,
we're not doctors, no.
Yeah, but so there's that, and then all right. So we're going to end it with he has two. It's a 2-part question, but it's fuck, marry, kill. But there's 2 rounds of it.
Oh,
and he lists the people. So,
okay.
All right, so we got fuck, marry, kill. You want to go and explain to it if people don't know what fuck, marry, kill is?
All right, so fuck, marry, kill is the question. You get 3 names. A lot of times it's celebrities or people you know. You have to fuck one, you have to marry one, and you have to kill one. So you get so he's going to read the first round of names, and we're going to. I'm anxious to hear who they are. Hopefully they're not people we know.
Yeah, no.
Okay, but we're going to have to because you have to pick them. So fuck, marry, kill. All right, let's do this.
So how do you want to do it? Because he has one, and he lists off the first one, and then there's the second round. He names it boner round. So do you want to hear boner round first, or do you want to hear the original one first?
I don't know. What do you think?
We'll just go in the order that he intended.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. So it says fuck, marry, kill. You have Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay.
D. Reynolds.
Okay.
Or Laura Bush.
Shit. For me, I'm marrying D. Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because she's fucking awesome, and I would keep her. I would fuck Laura Bush.
Yeah.
And I would kill Caitlyn Jenner. So, I mean, that's the final answer, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty. So I think I would probably go with the same. I mean, D would be fucking insane. A lot of people say, well, you're married, so you have sex. I don't know if people out there are married. If you're married, you don't have sex. So. No, just messing. But yeah, D. Reynolds, because I would think if you're married to D. Reynolds, then you get access to the gang.
Yeah.
You have to have access to the gang for that amount of time. So for sure.
You marry Caitlyn Jenner, then you're hanging out with fucking the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, that'd be fucking horrible.
Yeah.
So definitely D. Laura Bush. I don't know. I mean, it's fuck her or fuck Caitlyn. Depending on what your definition of fucking is, either way, somebody's getting off. So.
I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we know Caitlyn knows what she wants, so it's a toss-up either way. Definitely marry D, either one.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah,
so, all right. And then we got the boner round.
And I'm not familiar with this.
Okay. No, it's just the people that he listed, they're just all like hot celebrities. So he's just saying, like, you have to decide.
Okay,
so
same thing then.
Oh, yeah. Same thing. It's just
Fuck,
called
marry,
the
kill.
boner round. Yep, exactly. So we have Kate Upton, Katy Perry, or Rihanna.
Now I got to fuck, marry, kill him?
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. Kate Upton, Katy Perry, or Rihanna.
Damn, that's tough, man.
Because you get to start thinking about it. Like, Rihanna, I mean, she could take a lot. She could take a punch for sure. Sorry, I had to. I know that joke's been made a shit ton, but you had to. Katy Perry could stay married to Russell Brand. I mean, he's pretty fucking. I don't like him, so I don't know if it was him or her, why they couldn't stay married. Kate Upton has some natural big old titties.
God, all 3 of them are smoking hot.
Yeah.
There's no. I mean, yeah. To figure out who to fuck, not that hard. They're all smoking.
Honestly, I think I would kill Kate Upton.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just she's all right. I mean, I don't mind her. Getting kind of tired of her doing the cat daddy dance. So I think I'd probably smoke her.
Okay.
And then, I don't know. Like, I think Rihanna and Katy Perry, they both seem really cool as shit.
Yeah.
I could definitely hang out with one, forever.
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah.
And I bet they're both fucking crazy in the sack.
No, they're both crazy probably, so they're going to be crazy in the sack.
If I had to, I don't know. Like, Rihanna seems to have like a crazier like lifestyle, I guess. Just from there, so maybe that crazy lifestyle would be kind of cool. So maybe marry Rihanna, fuck Katie, I guess.
Yeah, I like it. That's the tough. To me, this is the tougher round.
Yeah.
All of them might be crazy. Kate Upton's a model, so I don't know who has like a shittier attitude, like a musician or a model. Maybe the model, she might be a little stuck up.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, and I think Kate Upton's smoking hot, man. She's curvy.
Right.
I like that shit. But I'm with you. I'm just going to go ahead and kill Kate Upton right off the bat. Narrow it down to 2, Katy Perry and Rihanna.
Right.
I don't like a lot of crazy. And we talk about this at work. you can't fuck the crazy out of somebody.
No, you can't.
It's fun to try it. It can't be
it's impossible. Maybe for a little bit, but it always comes back.
It can't be done. So you have to realize. I think Rihanna's probably too crazy. So you fuck Rihanna and then you marry Katy Perry. That's what I'm doing.
I think you're probably right. I mean, when you talk about that crazy, I mean, because Rihanna has to be crazy. I mean, because she did get back together with somebody, beat her. Yeah. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. No. So. But it's good. That's a great question.
Joey, good job, dude. Keep those coming in, man. That was good. That's a good one to end on.
Yeah, absolutely. Too. So, I mean, we're close to looks like an hour and a half. So
it's good. Flew by.
Yeah.
Flew by, my man.
Yeah, it was really good. Mm-hmm. Chock full of sexism, racism, and just sex. So
like everything.
We're
really offended a lot of people.
yeah, we're trying to get views. It's ain't gonna happen with it. Go back to listen to episode 1 and 2 for sure. That was good. Yeah, but like we said a million times, people want to listen to it. They want to listen to it. That's great. If not, doesn't matter. We're gonna sit here and hang out. There's gonna be a handful of people that are definitely gonna listen to it for sure every time, regardless.
Absolutely.
So before we do sign off, I do want to give a couple shout outs here. Today is February 26th. Erin, she's my sister from another mister. Love her to death. It's her birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And Harris's birthday's tomorrow. That old fuck. So, so love you too, man. Happy birthday to you.
Harris and Erin.
Like I said, we said Cole, she's really good. There's a lot of people out there who retweet everything we do, share it on Facebook, buy our stuff. For everybody, like I know I've texted you one-on-one for a couple people or just hit you up on Facebook. Yeah, we appreciate the shit out of it. I mean, definitely.
For sure.
Just keep spreading the word. Instagram, Twitter, then our email account. It's all at Nasty and Friends.
Yes.
Anything else you got before we sign off?
No, that's it. Thanks for the support. Hope you guys like it. We're gonna keep dropping motherfucking heat on y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Yeah. I guess one last thing. I guess we could say this is our next episode. We'll have our first official guest.
We're not gonna tell you who it is. Right?
Yeah, no, we'll just have to wait.
Like a surprise, but
so we're pretty excited. About it. And then the one after that, there's gonna be 4 of us.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty fucking excited to see where that shit goes.
It might be a little faded.
It'll be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
But again, definitely, guys, we love the fuck out of you. Appreciate it. Remember, life's simple. Don't be a dick. Night, sluts.
Original bad boy.